So we're going to be starting our first lecture of ArcGIS video tutorials. This is going to be Introduction to ArcGIS as part 1, lecture number 8. So as we discussed in the previous lecture that our videos related to ArcGIS tutorials are going to be divided into 4 parts. And here we are going to be starting our first part, which is understanding and setting up ArcGIS. So let's start our first lecture, which is A, Introduction to ArcGIS. So ArcGIS, developed and managed by ESRI, Environmental Systems Research Institute. What is ArcGIS? So ArcGIS is a geographical information system software. And you can see the description, but to explain it, this is going to be a software where you have the geographical data in the form of a map, just like you have seen in the Google Earth Pro or any other software, like you see a globe or a map of Earth. And there you can access all the different regions and parts of the world, the countries, and other information related to different points in a form of a map. And you can use that to extract different informations from it related to your interest. For example, in the projects, let's say if you're working on a project where you have to find that how much water is coming to a point where you're interested in, right? So for that point, you can find it which regions are contributing in providing the water to that point. And that information can be extracted using the ArcGIS geographical information system. How? You can do that by using the elevations of that region, and the high elevations can be pointed out, the low elevations can be pointed out, and based on that you can know that from high elevation to the low elevation the water is going to be flowing, and eventually it will reach your point. So different information can be collected from that. So that's just a rough example, but you can know that using the geographical information system and maps and globes and earth and everything, you can work on different sort of projects and you can extract different information from it. So this is ArcGIS for you. Now going to the next slide, ArcGIS or ArcGIS Desktop consists of several integrated applications like ArcMap, ArcCatalog, ArcToolbox, ArcScene, and ArcGlobe. So basically, when you install or download ArcGIS, so you are actually going to get all of these softwares with it, right? So this is what ArcGIS is totally, right? It's divided into these softwares. The ArcMap is going to be the software that is the main software which you will open and you will work on, and the other softwares are going to be part of it, right? Let's see a little bit about these different tools here. ArcMap and ArcCatalog, ArcToolbox, ArcScene, ArcGlobe. So ArcMap is just like you can see, it's a software where you have the earth or the globe or the informations of all the regions, and you just start working on that. You just point out the location where you are interested in, the layers are building, the tools are present at the left, the tools are present at the right, and you are just working on the project. That's what is ArcMap for you. Inside the ArcMap you have ArcCatalog, which is mentioned here. So where is the ArcCatalog? It's sitting somewhere at the right side of the ArcMap, and it looks something like this, right? You can see ArcCatalog. Here you have these folders which are actually your folders where you are saving your work. You can go to those folders, you can access those files, and you can work with them anytime you want to. Also, if you do any work on the spot, it's automatically, maybe sometimes automatically saved, or sometimes you have to manually save it into those folders. And also, if you are going to be constructing like points or lines or polygons sometimes to represent your regions or areas in the ArcGIS, they're going to be saved in these files as well. So this is an important point. The importance of this is that you can search those points and you can open those points or those informations and just get to them and work with them, right? So this is sort of a catalog where you can search everything that you want to. Also, in this search box you can see at the right side, here you can search different tools and different data, different maps, different images related to your work, or the information that is stored in the software. Like there are going to be some tools that are in the software. You can either go and find them manually and click on them and use them, or if you know the name of that tool but you don't know where it is, you can just quickly search it here, just like a mobile phone, iPhone or Google or whatever. You can search it here and you can get to that tool quickly. We'll use this search bar in our next lectures. You don't have to worry about it, but just like giving you a little bit of understanding about Arc catalog. Next, Arc toolbox. This is just the toolbox of Arc, right? And there are just bunch of tools that you can use, and inside these categories you have other subcategories and tools that you will be using in the upcoming lectures. Arc Scene is another program in the ArcGIS which you can open, and you can use that to see your work that you have done in Arc Map in a more, you can say, a 3D view, right? So basically Arc Map is sort of a 2D representation of your work, so Arc Scene can represent that in sort of a 3D way. So you can see that here the elevations are quite nicely visible, and the high points, the low points, and all the different regions are quite nicely visible, and you can watch that in the end when you have done your work, or maybe in the middle, right? Arc Globe is another way of watching your information in a sort of a globe, in sort of a Earth, just like Google Earth, right? So these are the softwares in the ArcGIS desktop. So just an overview of these different software and programs related to ArcGIS that we will be having in our computer. I hope you have installed it. I hope you have downloaded it. So in next lecture, we'll open it and we'll start working on ArcGIS. Thank you very much.